Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, Single Line Code. So in the last video, we saw how to import data in Power Query. So today we'll see how can we import, once we import the data, how can we transform my data. So let's go to get data from file. Sample data set. Taking little time in my system, but your system should hold good because this is one of the old, I'm having quite old system, so that is the reason. So once it is imported, you take your own sheet, whatever sheet which is available to you, and whatever sheet you want to transform, just click on transform. So if you guys directly, you have an option called that to directly to load in your Excel workbook. You can also try that. I'll show you this first. If you click on load, what will happen? It will, whatever data you have selected will paste out in the sheet. See, it's processing, guys. Now you will have what do you call? Says connecting to database, running background query. Whenever you see this kind of thing, running background query, you should know that your what do you call, Power Query is working. So this is how your data is imported. As of now, we don't have any transformation applied to the data. It's the same sample data set which you pulled it from another workbook. If you can see, there is dateis.com, built-in years, no selection, there are gaps, no delimitation, and total report. There are a lot of things which you can do. So now I'll just tell you how do we directly like import the data and then transform and what do you call, load the data in the Excel workbook. So if let's delete this sheet right for now. We will do a fresh start again. We'll go to data. We'll click on from file, and from Excel workbook, we'll click the sample data set, import. I have shown you how to load the data directly. Now I'll show you how to transform the data. Now click on transform data. So if you guys have a prerequisites, like if you know Power BI, it is very easy for you guys. But if you still don't know, if you follow along, I'll help you on how to work with this Power Query. People who know Power BI, it's very easy for them because they've already worked with this kind of Power Query. It's just a backend. Even in Power BI, we have this similar Power Query wherein you go and change, you manipulate the data, you transform the data, you do data wrangling, you massage the data. So it's similar to that. Since we have already loaded the data, we have created a sheet, right? And though we deleted from the UI front end, but in the back end, since you have uploaded, it will be there. You can directly go and delete the sheet, up to you. I'll just go and delete the sheet. I don't require, because I'll transform the data and then put it or load it into my Excel workbook. So once that is deleted, I'll go to my sheet, which is recently imported. I'll just give it a name out here, stating sample data set. So once I give a name, see guys, you can see the applied step. Whatever steps are applied, you will be able to see all those steps in the right hand side. Like example, let's say source. Source is nothing but from where you are pulling the data. So if you want to change your data source, you can also click onto the settings symbol, click on the data, and go to browse, and whatever data you want, if you want to import Right now I've imported sample data set, but if you want to import new data, you can still go and import new data. It will just change that data set altogether. I'm not importing it, but I'll show it in future lectures because I want to work with this sample data set. So whatever steps you have done, you once you have given the source, you have navigated. Navigation you have seen, right? We have selected the number this sheet, so that is navigation, and this Power Query automatically tries to what you call promote headers. If whatever suitable headers it finds, it tries to promote headers. And change type is nothing but based on your columns, it will automatically try to import what sort of column is this, whether this is a text column or number column or what do you call uh, float column. It depends, or boolean. So let's see how we can change those stuff in Power Query. So let's work with this. If you want to see this back again, you can, if you click on properties, or you can change the data set using query for properties. It's up to you guys. So let's start working with this. Now, coming to the transformation piece. Now, here there are multiple things. I'll go start step by step. Now, I don't want, let's say I don't want this column or this row, particular this row. How do I delete this row? So don't worry guys, there is something called remove rows. So if you click on remove rows, it will give you an option, remove top rows. So it will also ask you how many such rows you don't require. So right now, if you see, I don't require this row, I don't require number 2 row, I don't require number 3 row, I don't require number 4 row, I don't require number 5 row as well. So I'll just go and give 5 out here. And you can see all my unwanted rows, which I did not require, just went off. Similarly, if I don't require the below row, end of report. I don't, what is this? I don't want end of report. So if you go here, remove bottom rows, select one, and you see it will be removed off. You can see guys, just the total is remaining. The end of report kind row is removed. So that is the thing you can do with the help of remove rows. Now, as I was talking about that type, so if you see here, column 1, what is it mentioned? Data type text. You can go here, and based on your columns, you can change your what do you call data type. Let's say you want to keep this as text. Just go in and keep it as text. If you want to keep this as what do you call integers, go here and change it to either whole number, or you can go and what do you call select it as a decimal number based on your choice. Let's say I'll keep this as whole number. Since I did not import any what do you call header, so that's why it is throwing me error. But I'll again do this. I'll just make this as text as of now. Then I'll show you how to do this again. So now I don't have any what do you call column or column headers, right? So how do you do, or you can say I don't have any headers for my each of my columns. So how do you make columns like column headers or row headers? So just simply click. There's an option called use first row as headers. Just click here and see the magic, guys. You'll get to know. See, my first row, which was initially available, went up. Correct. So this is how you can proceed with some of the transformation techniques.